I was introduced at a jam one time not too long ago, and a man who was 80 was playing that night, and he introduced the host introduced him as older than I, but introduced me as older school than he. And that's really true because he mainly plays 40s blues, and what I do, even my own songs that have been written in the last 3 or 4 years, they're just heavily influenced by the 20s and the 30s. You know? Tommy Johnson, I was 13 when Tommy Johnson died, but I never knew anything about him until later on. When I was 16 is when Memphis Minnie had her major stroke, and when I finally found out about her and found out what a pitiful condition she was in, she was bald, she hardly knew who she was. I made a conscious decision not to try to make it, and that's one of those, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I'll always regret it, but I'm afraid I would have always regretted it if I tried to go see her, because she was just a shadow of herself. And I'd rather think of her the way Booker White and Deanna Red told me about her. Booker one time said, "Now, Zeke, Minnie was fun, and she was fine to be around, and she could sing, and she could play better than most of us. But," he said, "she was a rough old girl. If you gave her any trouble, she'd cut you." A little bit later, I was talking to Deanna Red, and he said, "Oh, Memphis Minnie was a fine lady. She was such a fine lady." I said, "Well, Red Booker White told me she'd cut you." "Oh, she would, but she was a fine lady." Yeah.
You got a song about that? That sounds like a good song.
Well, I do have a song about Minnie, but it focuses just strictly on her music. All the boys in the time of Beale Street's prime, I swear she could whoop them by far. They all came at the top of the game. They didn't want to look like fools. But when it came to romping and stomping the blues, little Minnie, Lord, she took them to school.
This is for my girl up the road a piece, the lady I call Chocolate Fire. Well, I got a gal who stays up the road, but I ain't gonna tell you her name. But when I find myself on the losing streak, she finds a way to change the game. She's my heart's desire, she's my chocolate pie. She got deep brown skin as smooth as silk, eyes of emerald green. Boss, she hugged me so tight that it hurts to breathe. That kind of pain is a dream. She's the apple of my eye, she's my chocolate pie. Sometimes he wears a cowboy hat on the stage. Girl loves Western style, and she don't wear a lot underneath that hat. Boys, that makes me smile. She's a jewel, she's a pearl, my chocolate rodeo girl. Well, I don't mind telling the world about her, but I ain't gonna tell you her name. 'Cause some low down rider might sneak her away, and I just have me to blame. Oh, I'd love to watch her shake, she's my chocolate cake. that's all right, Big Daddy. What you doing and where you been? Come on and let's do it like we done before, and then do it all over again. She moves like a queen. She my chocolate dream. She my heart's desire. Ooh, but she my chocolate bar, chocolate bar, chocolate bar, chocolate bar.
I could hear it right now, of course, you know.
Yeah.
What a fine lady, that Memphis Minnie. Too many guys crossed her and she cut a Minnie.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, she was making it in a man's world because, you know, certainly female singers, there were several really big there. Geeshy Wiley now could play guitar almost as well as Minnie. But many, there weren't many of the men, maybe Skip James and maybe Robert Johnson, who could beat her on the guitar, and that's debatable. That is really debatable.
Wow. You know, I guess being a woman during that time, you know, to be out like that, you had to hold your own.
Yeah.
Especially on Beale Street, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And she started playing on Beale when she lived. My song mentions this. She started playing on Beale when she was 10.
Wow.
Called herself, her name was Lizzie Douglas. She called herself Kid Douglas.
Wow.
And
you hold a treasure of stories.
She had a pretty big career in Chicago there for a while. She was one of the more successful out there for a while. She wrote a song you ought to hear sometime. It's rather obscure, but it's about Ma Rainey, and basically says, "Well, Ma Rainey, what we're gonna do now that you're gone? We just got to figure out some way to carry on."
Wow, it's deep. You know, Chicago, you know, that's Chicago, Memphis, a different style, you know, in between there, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Muddy Waters took the Mississippi style to Chicago, but he changed it almost as to be unrecognizable, and that's the same with Howlin' Wolf. And I mean, no disrespect at all in saying that. It's just that's almost an entire different kind of music because of the electricity. I do play a little bit of electric, but it's the kind that I learned from listening to Robert Wilkins, which is basically just acoustic electrified. In Wilkins's gospel music, you will not hear what we know of as electric music. You will hear acoustic music enhanced by electricity.
Chocolate Fire liked one of my songs so much. It was a different song other than Chocolate Fire, and she said, "I want to go take it and show it, let my fiance hear it up at the bar, and then I'll introduce y'all." And I thought, dang. Now here I am sitting with this 3/4 naked girl, and she's got her fiance up at the bar, and she's going to introduce us, and there's going to be this skinny old white guy and this big young black guy talking to each other, trying to be polite and just both wishing, hell, I wish I was anyplace else but here. Well, Miss Fire came back to the table, and she said, "Zeke, she loves it." I said, "Come again?" She said, "Well, no, that doesn't bother you, does it?" I said, "You don't have a problem with that, do you?" I said, "Girl, the song you like so much has a foursome implied." "No, it's cool. It's cool." And then a little bit later, I got a text from her, and she said, "My baby wants to know, can you write a song called My Lady's Got a Lady?" And I said, "Well, I think I might could do that. So I'll let the world judge." Well, my little lady, she got a lady. but that don't worry me none. 'Cause when they get to doing what they love doing, they let me in on the fun. They make it their business to make me smile, make my life worthwhile. Well, my little mama, she's a red-hot mama, got a red-hot mama of her own. And what we get to doing when the lights go down, I better not tell you on the phone. They make it their business to ease my strife. Y'all, I'm loving this life. Well, my little girl, she's dark as chocolate. Her girl is white as whipped cream. And my age is more than theirs put together. Great God, we live in a dream. They make it their business to brighten my world. Great God, I love them girls. Talk about it now. Don't say nothing too nasty. You remember old Zeke says naughty but not nasty. Well, we're challenging age, we're challenging race, we're challenging gender too. If y'all got a problem with how we do business, we just ain't got time for you. They make it their business to brighten my world. Great God, I love them girls. My little lady, she got a lady, but that don't
consider Lightning Hopkins non-Chicago-ish, right?
Right, yeah, he was more southern. Yeah, and he was one of the first to really use electric. As a matter of fact, I stole a line from him just recently from one of my. I did a real fast Christmas album. I did 4 traditional Christmas songs, and then one that I call Zeke's Christmas Jump. And I'll admit it to the world, I just stole this line from Lightning. If tomorrow was Christmas, baby, and I was Santa Claus, I'd gladly fill your stockings, and I'd surely fill your drawers, and then kind of, say, your dresser drawers, of course.
Oh man, I tell you, the blues.
I didn't get rough with having that.
Someone that really knows his blues. In fact, he likes it. He considers himself a historian on it. He teaches blues 2.0. Actually, he put a CD out. There's a guy named Fruitland Jackson in Chicago. He plays blues on a banjo. You ever heard of him?
No, I haven't. But I do a little banjo with the jug band. So a lot of people don't realize. And that's what's so good about my girl Tristan Moyer with the fiddle. A lot of people don't understand how much a part of the blues the fiddle and the mandolin and the banjo were. Now, my banjo is 5-string, but I play it like a 4-string. I couldn't play. If my life depended on being able to play bluegrass, I'd have been dead long ago. But I can play some jug band style banjo.
I played a world premiered one of my songs at a seafood restaurant. Sir Lewis was a friend of mine. I couldn't have been prouder to meet the president. I couldn't have been prouder to be the president. Oh, Burr was a friend of mine. He played the Judge Boucher. Oh, Furry Lewis, Lord, he played the blues. Loved to sit and listen to him deep in the night. Picked up a few things, hope I got them right. Furry played the blues. He played East St. Louis. Well, Furry Lewis liked to make folks laugh. Said that singing and dancing was more fun than crying. Said that heartbroken hungry ain't nothing like dying. Yeah, Furry liked to make folks laugh. Yeah, Furry Lewis never had a wife. So you know you need to pay real good attention to this. When we asked him why, he said, I'll tell you, son. What I need with a wife, man next door got one. Furry never had a wife. Yeah, Furry must have had 1,000 tunes. Thought I'd throw a couple of them in this song. I bet he's looking down saying, Zeke, don't get him wrong. Oh, Furry must have had 1,000 tunes. Yeah, Furry Lewis was a friend of mine. I couldn't have been prouder to meet the president. Hell, I couldn't have been prouder to be the president. Furry was a friend of mine.